Hello there, you amazing viewers and subscribers, and welcome to a new Doctor Who Big Finish and, of course, of a CD update video. So as you can see, I've got all my Big Finishes down here, and I've got a few BBC ones, like soundtracks and stuff there. So anyway, let's dive into my CD collection. So for Big Finish, we're jumping into the first Doctor Adventures Series 4, which has got The Return to Skaro, a cracking story. I absolutely love this audio. Last of the Roman Ears, not a brilliant audio. It is a historian story, and David Bradley is great as the first Doctor. Going into a multi-Doctor story now, aka The Daughters of Gods, which has Fraser Hines doing the voice of the second Doctor and Peter Purves doing the voice of the first Doctor, since William Hartnell and Patrick Troughton unfortunately have passed away. But it's good that they got their companions to voice their Doctors they were with in the TV series. And for a multi-Doctor story, it's brilliant. Honestly, it's brilliant. So this takes place somewhere in season 6 for the second Doctor, where for the first Doctor, it takes place in an alternate universe where really it should be the Daleks' master plan. Really a great audio that is as well. Going into the Lost Stories now with the second Doctor, who is performed again by Fraser Hines, and it does feature Michael Troughton. What can I say about it? Well, it's brilliant. Honestly, it's absolutely brilliant audio, and it is an Ice Warrior story as well, and it's just a brilliant one. There is a review coming out on this one, Lords of the Red Planet, soon. Then, of course, we go to the third Doctor Adventures. It's a good audio. I do love it. It's got two good stories. I have to say, Prisoners of the Lake is probably my favourite. Tim Taylor really gets John Pertwee's Doctor nailed down to the teeth. It's a great little audio for the third Doctor. Then jumping into Tom Baker, my favourite Doctor. As you can see, I have got him pinned to the wall. So we jump into Night of Fashionarada. It's a brilliant audio. I really did actually enjoy this one. I love it. Honestly, I just absolutely really love it. The Fashionarada is brilliant, and Tom Baker's really good as the fourth Doctor once again. Energy of the Daleks, superb. Honestly, absolutely superb. I love listening to this story. Leela's very first encounter with the Daleks unfortunately never happened on TV, but it does happen in Big Finish, and it's amazing. Honestly, I absolutely love Energy of the Daleks. Return to Teros. Now, this is from the fourth Doctor Adventures. As you can see, this is from Series 4, and this is the last story. So we kind of have cameos with the second and Jamie, the second Doctor and Jamie, which basically just kind of lead into the Tomb of the Cybermen. But it's a cracking Tom Baker story, and I absolutely love listening to it. So jumping into season 7 now for Tom Baker for Big Finish. So we've got the Sons of Kaldor. Honestly, I absolutely love it. The return of the Fok robots since the Robots of Death. Honestly, it's just a cracking Tom Baker story, and I love it. Then, of course, we go to the Cromarsh Experiment. It's the weak story of the series, but I have a little bit of a soft spot for it. The Mind Runners, a brilliant audio. Honestly, it's brilliant, and it's got a two-part story. And then, of course, we go to The Demon Rises with K9 in it. Again, fantastic. Honestly, I do love season 7. I can't wait to get more Tom Baker at some point. I have to admit, though, there will be a review coming out on season 7. I have got the box set put away at the moment because I wanted all CDs out. So we go to The Shadows of London for season 7-2, which is the 5th story of the season. Not a brilliant story, but I kind of get really horror vibes in it, and I do love horror vibes. So it's not brilliant, but it's kind of okay for me. The Bad Penny, really enjoyed this one, actually. I honestly love The Bad Penny. Kill the Doctor, the return of Sutekh since the Pyramids of Mars, and battling against the fourth Doctor, and Leela's in this. It's a brilliant audio. I love Sutekh. It's one of my favourite villains. And there will be a review coming out on the whole season 7 of Tom Baker. Age of Sutekh, again, Sutekh's brilliant in this, and I really love how it kind of leads on from Pyramids of Mars, and it's brilliant, honestly, just cracking brilliant. Then ending Tom Baker's run on CD, I've absolutely got Doctor Who, The Morellon Grave, starring Tom Baker and Liana Ward. A brilliant story set in season 18, just before The Leisure Hive, and it's brilliant, honestly, absolutely brilliant. So Peter Davison now, I have got Destiny of the Doctor, Smoke and Mirrors by BBC and Big Finish. I am in the middle of giving this one a listen to again because I just find it a bit boring and stuff. So jumping into Peter Davison now for Big Finish, we go to The Toy. a little audio, fantastic audio. It came in Doctor Who, the complete history books. It's a good story set on Gallifrey. There will be a review coming out on that one soon. Dalek Heart, Alien Heart and Dalek Soul. Brilliant Dalek two-parter. I absolutely love the fact that the Doctor and Nyssa was duplicated by Daleks. Absolutely brilliant. Warzone / Conversion, a fantastic Cyberman story. Unfortunately, it's not my favourite Cyberman story. I mean, that's Earthshock for the 5th Doctor, but I really enjoyed that one, and it does have a callback to Earthshock. So carrying it over, we go to Empire of the Rachnos, a fantastic audio. I've already done a review on this one. Honestly, I just absolutely love it. So going into the 6th Doctor now for Colin Baker, we go to the First Santarans. I absolutely love this story. It's brilliant. It's fantastic. It's amazing, honestly. Carrying it on with Colin Baker, we go to Hour of the Cybermen. Again, this audio, it's one of my favourite ones for Colin Baker. It's my favourite summer story for Big Finish. If you watched my video I did yesterday on my 5 favourite Cyberman stories, this is my 4th favourite Cyberman story. It's a cracker, honestly, it's just a cracker. Then carrying on with Colin Baker, we go to the Carrionite Curse. Not a brilliant story, but it kind of okay-ish. The Juggernauts, amazing, absolutely amazing. Davros, the Imperial Daleks, the Mechanoids, aka the Juggernauts, fantastic. Then, of course, Colin Baker I do have, but it's over there, as you can see. If I can just zoom it in a bit. So, as you can see, when I zoom in, we've got the 6 Doctor's Last Adventure up there with some finals, like The Wave of Destruction, Max Warp, and Death and Queen. I love all those audios. I absolutely love the 6 Doctor's Last Adventure. So, jumping into Sylvester McCoy now. So, we go to We Are the Daleks, a fantastic Dalek story, amazing. Bonnie Langford is brilliant as well as Sylvester McCoy. So carrying it over. We Are the Terror of the Santarans, a brilliant Santaran story. I absolutely genuinely love that one. So coming over to this one, which is the kind of newest release into the collection, we have Silver and Ice. Still listening to the Reboss story. Yeah, I literally listened to the Reboss in hibernation, but the Cyberman two-parter. Oh my god, that's brilliant. Honestly, just brilliant. Love it. Honestly, loved it. So, the 7th Doctor, Silver and Ice, will be a review coming out on that one at some point. So, carrying on with the 7th Doctor. Let me just move that one back up there. So, anyway, carrying on with the 7th Doctor, we go to Thin Ice. I still need to listen to this one, but I guarantee I'm going to enjoy it and give it a fantastic review, because I've only listened to part 1. And then, every time I've gone back to it, I forgot where I was. So, I need to sit down and listen to that one fully. Nightshade, oh my god, this is absolutely brilliant. I honestly love it. It's a fantastic story for Sylvester McCoy and Sophie Aldred, and if I ever get to meet the pair of them together, I will get this one signed by the pair of them. I just absolutely love it. Then, of course, for the last story I've got for Sylvester McCoy is Damaged Goods. My god, talk about a horrifying story for Doctor Who. This is just superb. Honestly, it's just superb, and I absolutely love it. So then going into the 8th Doctor run now. So we've got Light at the End, a brilliant multi-Doctor story. And the reason I put this one first is because it's got Charlie Pallard in it, who is the companion to the 8th Doctor in his first lot of audios. So I do kind of slot that in because it is my only audio I've got with Charlie at the moment. But for a multi-Doctor story, it's brilliant. It's my favourite, one of my favourite Big Finishes. Actually, this was one of my first Big Finishes, to be honest with you. It's one of my first ones, and I absolutely loved it. It got me into collecting Big Finish. So, carrying on with the 8th Doctor, we go to River and Drawn, a fantastic audio. I do love Sarah John Smith as Lucy Miller. I really think she's great, and I do love the return of the villain. So, going into the Dark Eyes saga now. So, we got Dark Eyes 1 with the first story, The Great War. Absolutely brilliant introduction to Molly O'Sullivan. She is my favourite companion for the 8th Doctor in Big Finish. And I absolutely love the fact Daleks are in this whole kind of series story arc. It's just amazing, honestly. Fugitives, the Doctor and Molly are running through 60s and 70s time period with Daleks chasing after them. It's a brilliant kind of chase audio series. I absolutely love that story. Tangled Web, a brilliant, honestly brilliant. It explains how Molly gets her dark eyes. And then we go to X and the Daleks. X is, of course, another Time Lord, but he's working with the Daleks, and the Doctor's got to work out how to stop him. So that's it for Dark Eyes 1. So Dark Eyes 2, we go to the Traitor. I absolutely love the way how the Doctor betrays the universe to the Daleks. The Right Room, not great, but I still pretty much enjoyed it. Time's Horizon, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Honestly, I absolutely love it. Honestly, I just absolutely loved it. And then, of course, we go to the final story of Series 2, which is The Eyes of the Master, my favourite Paul McGann Dark Eyes story. It's my favourite Paul McGann Big Finish audio, to be honest with you. I love the return of the Master. I love how they explain stuff after the TV movie, after the Master falls into the Eye of Harmony. It's brilliant. I do love Alex McQueen's performance. And then going into Dark Eyes 3, where you got The Death of Hope. The Revival. Brilliant audio. I absolutely love that one. Master Plan, my absolute favourite from Dark Eyes 3. I honestly loved it, with Paul McGann and Alex McQueen's Master and Doctor bounce off each other. Very much like, very much a bit like John Pertwee and Roger Delgado, Anthony Ainley with Peter Davison. It's just a really great Doctor Master vibe story. And then, of course, we go to Rule of the Eminence. Yeah, it's brilliant. I absolutely love the Eminence. And then going into Dark Eyes 4, we go to Life in the Day. The Monster of Melaton. Fantastic. I do love that one. Master of Daleks. I absolutely love this audio. I absolutely love it. It's got Santarans in it. It's got the Master and Daleks. And, of course, the Master has his own army of Daleks after betraying the Dalek time controller. Absolutely loved it, honestly. And then the last one is called Eyes of Darkness. And then going out into more Paul McGann, we have Day of Fashionarada. Not a brilliant audio. I do prefer Night to the Fashionarada, to be honest with you. Time War 1, we have the Starship Theseus. It's brilliant, honestly. I love that one. Echoes of War, fantastic. I absolutely love it, and the way the Doctor makes friends with a Dalek. The Conscript, long story. Very long story. I don't really like that one as much. And then, of course, we go to One Life. And that's it for Time War 1. So Time War 2, I've still got to listen to this audio, because I do want to get my review out on it. So I have Lords of Terror. Planet of the Ogrons. So I'm quite looking forward to seeing the return of the Ogrons. And I'm really looking forward to listening to that one. And then, of course, In the Garden of Death. And Jonah. So I still need to listen to them. I haven't got Time War 2 or 3 yet, but that is on the list, so don't worry about that, ladies and gentlemen. So then going to War Doctor. This is from Casualties of War. I've got Pretty Lies, which is my favourite John Hurt story. We have Lady of Osborne. And, of course, it has the return of Leela. So the Doctor and Leela reunite in the darkest time of the Time Lords. Really great audio. I absolutely love that one. And then the last one is, of course, the Origin Dimension. Quite really enjoyed that audio, and Leela is back with the Doctor once again, and it's just brilliant, really brilliant. So then going into the 9th Doctor now, so we've got Ravages, Sphere of Freedom, Ravages, then we go to Scasm, and then for Ravages, the final story, Food Fight. I absolutely love Ravages. It's a brilliant audio, and it's amazing to have Christopher Eccleston back as the 9th Doctor after so many years of waiting for him to come into Big Finish. And now he is in Big Finish, and I absolutely love this first full-on series back as the 9th Doctor. So then carrying on with the 9th Doctor, I go to Lost Warriors, The Hunting Season. Absolutely brilliant. I really love that one. The Curse of Lady Macbeth. Again, really enjoyed that audio. Fantastic audio story. I really love it. Lost Warriors. Then, of course, we have Monster in Metropolis. A fantastic Cyberman story. Honestly love it. Then going into the 10th Doctor, we have Image of the Zagreus. Not a brilliant story, but pretty much enjoyable. The 10th Doctor Adventures Volume 1, which has just been available on BBC, I believe it was BBC Radio 1. And it has 3 stories, as you can see. We've got the Telescosm, Time Reveal, and Death and Queen. I have got a review coming out on this set, but I'm going to wait a bit, because since everybody has actually just listened to it on BBC iPlayer, BBC Radio something, on BBC Radio. So I won't really too rush, because I have got it on CD, and I have already listened to it. But my review is going to be delayed, because I kind of wanted it to fade out of people's minds before I do my epic review on it. Then, of course, we're going to Out of Time 1, my favourite Doctor and my least favourite Doctor with Daleks. Really enjoyed this one. Absolutely, this is my absolute favourite for the Out of Time series, honestly. Then going into Out of Time 2, The Gates of Hell. Really great. I actually loved how this has very much like Time Crash. vibes after the 10th and 5th Doctors met. But this is absolutely brilliant Simon story, and I absolutely love it. And then, of course, we're going to Out of Time 3, Wink, with the 10th Doctor and Colin Baker. Really love the Weeping Angels in this. A fantastic Weeping Angel story, and the Weeping Angels have done really, really well. And then, of course, we go to Doctor Who, the 11th Doctor Chronicles. I am in the middle of still listening to this, because I'm literally on the 2nd story, which is the day before they come. And then after I listen to it, I'm going to do my review. And then, of course, for Peter Capaldi, we've got Time Jack with Jacob Durant doing the voice of the 11th and 12th Doctors. I have to admit, he's absolutely amazing for the 11th Doctor. 12th Doctor, he's pretty much okay, but I really enjoy that audio. And then the last one for Big Finish is Gallifrey 2, which is Square One, which I got given as fan mail by Thomas Stevens. And then carrying it on with other CDs, so we've got Doctor Who, the 50th collection, anniversary collection. So this has some music contained over Doctor Who's history from the 1st down to the 11th Doctors. Really love listening to that one. Then, of course, I've got the soundtrack to The Day of the Doctor and, of course, Time of the Doctor. I absolutely love that piece of music from the 50th anniversary. Then going into CD, now I've got BBC Radio Control, which has got the power of the Daleks in it. I absolutely love that story. BBC Audio, the Ezra Blythe. Still need to listen to this one. I picked up in a charity shop, not bad, for 20p. Ring of Steel, boring. Honestly, I don't like that one, but it is read by Arthur Deville. So, yeah, for Arthur Deville reading it. Then, of course, we've got the Hounds of Atmos, which is read by Matt Smith and Clara Claiborne. It's a really decent one. Runaway Train, one of my favourites, and it is read by Matt Smith. Honestly, I absolutely love that one. It's my favourite one out of this series. The Jade Pyramid, not a brilliant one, but it is read by Matt Smith. Then, of course, we go to the German Collective, which is read by Mia Stale. Can't say that word, sorry. Don't know the woman's name. And then the last one, which is The Eye of the Jungle, and it's read by David Troughton. It's brilliant, honestly. I do enjoy that one. So that is my Big Finish and CD collection update. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.